Alright, what's up guys? For this I had to show my whole desktop all over again. I didn't have a chance to see the presentation for the up-and-coming Scourge League. I had no intention of playing this league, so I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna watch the presentation. This might actually get me striked. I don't know if it's all copyrighted or whatever, but this is my first time even looking at it, and from the bottom I can see that Chris Wilson does an introduction. Then it goes on to the Path of Exile Scourge trailer, Scourge League content, which I think is going to be dope, Atlas endgame improvements, so more stuff on the Atlas, new aspirational content, I don't know what that means, passives, okay, and we get to see some reworks that's going to be happening to the passive skill tree. New gems, game balance changes, guild improvements, expedition is a core mechanic, item drop stacking, supporter packs, and Twitch Rivals Royale tournament. I don't really care about the supporter packs. I don't care about the item drop stacking. Expedition core mechanics as a core mechanic. They're probably gonna add that to the game. Anyway, this is a 29-minute video already, so let's get into it.
Hi, I'm Chris Wilson from Grinding Gear Games. Welcome to the work from home edition of our Path of Exile announcement livestream. Thanks for joining us as we discuss all the details of the upcoming Path of Exile Scourge expansion, which releases on October 22nd for PC and October 27th on console. For today's livestream, Twitch drops are enabled. Check out the link below the stream for more information on how to claim your free Dragonfly wings.
Yeah, we're not on Twitch, we're on YouTube, so too bad we still can't get these wings, but let's continue.
First up, we'll showcase the trailer for Path of Exile Scourge. Then we'll take a deep dive through all the details of its challenge league and rewards. After that, we'll talk about the improvements we're making to Path of Exile's endgame and the various types of new aspirational content we're adding for you to benchmark your best characters against. Next up, we'll talk about some big improvements to the passive skill tree and we'll reveal this expansion's new skills. After discussing some balance changes and the new guild quality of life features, we'll head into a live Q&A stream where I chat with community streamer Ziggy D. Oh, and after the Q&A, we'll post the entire expansion's patch notes.
Is it just me, or is it every season Ziggy D gets a Q&A with Chris Wilson? I think that's a every season thing. But anyway, let's continue.
I'm proud to present the official trailer for Path of Exile Scourge.
Alright, let's watch this trailer.
The day the demons found our world, the innocent were first to die.
Alright, I'm gonna pause this right here real quick. This looks cool as hell. Did you see these guys? Okay, hold on. First, I gotta check my OBS. I gotta be 100% sure that the sound on this...
Approach your world, your raid class. We must take the fight to them.
Okay, yeah, I had to turn that down a little bit. Hold on, let me go back just a tad bit. Do you see this? I'm gonna start it from the beginning again. Hold on.
The day the demons found our world, the innocent were first to die. They approach your world, your raid class. You must take the...
I'm sorry, did you just shoot a tornado, a flame?
They approach your world, your...
You did. That is a flame tornado. What are those called? Those are called a, damn, I forget the name of these. But it's a, fuck. I forgot the name of it. Anyway, that looks badass. You just shot a swirling flame tornado at them. That skill looks dope.
raid class. You must take the fight to them. Embrace the power of chaos. Become more than mortal. Face the nightmare.
Excuse me, what did that say? Corrupted blood cannot what? Resistance and element protection mastery? They're adding fucking masteries to the game. Corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you. Oh my goodness, if you guys were around with the days that you would vow 1 billion jewels just to get the corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you mod, you cannot be maimed, you cannot be hindered, you cannot be impaled, 20% chance to avoid being stunned, 20% reduce effect of curses on you, and Ela and chaos resistances. What is this shit? Alright, so I have a feeling, and it's, I don't know, just a feeling that the tree is now going to revolve around these. I don't think cluster jewels are going to be viable anymore, since these are just here on the... You can't get... What? I'm confused. That's cool. I think that is awesome. I know that this is something I am getting, because I hate dealing with corrupted blood. How many of these do we get? Passive tree masteries. I don't know. This is a fucking dope idea, though. Allocates after taking a notable passive skill in this cluster to select a resistance and element protection mastery bonus. So maybe we just get to choose one? I don't know how this is going to work. Hopefully they tell us here in the future, but this... Corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you. Yes, please. Yes, please. More resistances to chaos resistances. Yes, please. Okay. I'm sorry. Did you have 2 samurais running with you? What is this? What am I looking at? Another minion skill? I don't know, that looks pretty dope though. That's pretty cool.
They are ravenous. They are endless. They are the Scourge.
Alright, so just off the trailer itself, it looks dope. I love the way they did that trailer. I do. It looks dope. Seeing everything run at you like that, though, it's probably gonna be another. That's not World Cyclone. That's what it's called. I was about to say Whirlwind. No, it's probably gonna be another Cyclone League if they're all gonna run at you like that. Cyclone or I don't know, Blade Vortex. Something to keep them away from you because they were running up onto you. Should I go back and show another one? I don't know. I'm afraid to get strike though. This might get me a strike. Fuck. Okay, let's continue. Man, I hope it doesn't strike me. But that looks dope. That does. I want to see what's going to happen for the content though.
The Path of Exile Scourge expansion contains a lot of new content and features that we'll reveal to you today. Let's start with its namesake, the Scourge Challenge League. Upon leaving Lionai's Watch, you're startled by a figure appearing out of nowhere, trying to escape from something you can't see. She hands you a rusty-looking device called the Blood Crucible and urges you to implant it into your body. As you play through each area in the Scourge Challenge League,
Wait, we do what? We implant it in our body? Is that what you just said? We implant this into our body. I don't know how I feel.
Upon leaving Lionai's Watch, you're startled by a figure appearing out of nowhere, trying to escape from something you can't see. She hands you a rusty-looking device called the Blood Crucible and urges you to implant it into your body.
So we're taking a rusty device, no tetanus shot, and being urged to plant it into our bodies. Because that sounds right. I don't know if I like this idea. We now have a rusty device implanted in our bodies. Maybe these things are removable. Maybe we can get a nicer one. Who knows? That seems like a pretty cool idea. I could already picture like a little cutscene of, you know, our character, whatever character we're playing as, whether it be the Shadow or the Duelist or the Scion, taking their weapon or taking whatever they have on them and gouging their chest or their stomach, maybe even in their arm, just slashing their arm and implanting this little thing inside of it. That's a pretty cool idea. But now we got something rusty in our bodies. Let's continue.
As you play through each area in the Scourge Challenge League, the Blood Crucible fills with the blood spilled by monsters you have slain. Once it reaches a certain threshold, you're able to activate the device. This will instantly thrust you into a parallel reality, an alternate Rayclast where some form of apocalyptic event is occurring. This Rayclast is overrun by demons known as the Scourge. They're powerful, dangerous, and come in many forms. The more blood you have collected, the longer you can stay shifted into the parallel Rayclast. But the longer you stay, the more damage you'll take. When the Crucible's blood runs out or you choose to shift back, you are instantly returned to your original location in our Rayclast to continue your journey. So why enter an alternate reality to fight a horde of ravenous demons? The answer to
Hold on, I should have paused this a little bit earlier. I wanted you all to notice something about this league. I'm gonna go back just a little bit. Notice how all of these minions are like chasing her down. They are appearing out of nowhere, and they go and they start chasing the witch down.
An alternate Rayclast where some form of apocalyptic event is occurring. This Rayclast.
And this guy's shooting freaking Kamehamehas from its eye. This might be another Cyclone League, we'll see.
Is overrun by demons known as the Scourge. They're powerful, dangerous, and come in many forms. The more blood you have collected, the longer you can stay shifted into the parallel Rayclast. But the longer you stay, the more damage you'll take. When the Crucible's blood runs out or you choose to shift back, you are instantly returned to your original location in our Rayclast to continue your journey. So why enter an alternate reality to fight a horde of ravenous demons?
Yeah, all this talk about filling up blood and draining blood and a blood league, I think I'm going to be playing Bleed Bow. I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to be playing Bleed with Split Arrow or with Rain of Arrows. But it has to be some type of physical damage just to make it go along with the league a little bit, because I enjoy shit like that. I mean, I developed a entire scenario and lifestyle for every person in my hideout, so of course I'm gonna sit here and do some shit like this. I'm probably gonna play Bleed Bow, so that way it would be able to give my character a chance to fill up this little thing from the blood of the enemies, because they're bleeding. So what better way to fill up your blood than from bleeding enemies? Are they gonna pop though? Who knows? Does that mean Gladiator? Am I gonna be playing Gladiator? If I play Rain of Arrows, I could play Assassin. I don't know. I'll save all that talk for another video about what I'm gonna be playing this league and why. And it's probably not because it's the highest DPS or blah blah blah. No, it's just because it sounds cool, stealing blood from bleeding enemies that you killed. And it just so happened that, you know, if you got the explodey gloves from bleeding enemies, that, you know, you've been covered with so much blood that it just kind of filled it up on its own. That's how I play. That's what I do. It's my own personal thing. Anyway, let's continue with this video.
The answer to that question is exactly what you expect from Path of Exile. You're not there to save the world, you're there to find cool items. You can put an item inside the Blood Crucible. While you are killing the Scourge, it absorbs corruption from the alternate ray class and focuses it onto the item. After enough kills, your item is ready to transform. When it does, it becomes corrupted and gains a pair of Scourged modifiers. One of these is a beneficial mod and one is a detrimental mod. These Scourged mods are in addition to the regular explicit and implicit mods or enchantments on the item. There are many powerful beneficial mods available that can really improve your item.
I don't know how I feel about this. As if we don't already have enough crafting in the game. Let's add another way to craft fucking corrupted items. I don't know how I feel about this. A synthesized bow will come stock with a modifier on it at base value, meaning is it white or is it yellow at that, or blue at that point? I think it's still a magical item, but like this, it has plus 21 to strength and intelligence. This isn't a harvest league because it's gonna corrupt your item and you're not gonna be able to see what corruption you're gonna get. So that's kind of scary. That adds the gambling factor to the game. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this, because with corruptions you have a chance to brick the item. Unless with these you were guaranteed some modifiers and you have no chance at bricking the item, which we haven't even gotten far enough in to reveal anything like that. So let me be quiet and let's continue with this.
The detrimental mods can significantly raise the requirements of the item, penalize your character's stats such as resistances, or outright turn off various mechanics like the ability to deal fire damage or gain charges. The goal of the transformation process is to get a...
Alright, that is a huge downside. It has the ability to turn off fire damage. Never deal critical strikes. This is what am I looking at? Crown of the Inward Eye. Glacial Hammer has a 30% chance to freeze. Regenerates 8.1 mana per second. That's a decent amount of regeneration right there. Nearby enemies have +8 to lightning resistances. Yikes. They have the ability to turn fire damage off. You never deal elemental damage anymore. But I'm playing freaking Burning Arrow. This was the only good chess piece that I had. I don't know how I feel about this. I really don't. But let's continue.
A beneficial mod that makes your item a lot more powerful, while also rolling a detrimental mod that doesn't hurt your build much or at all. But if you get a combination you're unhappy with, then your item is not ruined. By putting it back in the Blood Crucible and killing even more monsters in the alternate Rayclust, you can transform it a second time, potentially getting a better pair of mods that overwrite the first.
Okay. That's dope. What he just said right there is dope. You can override your corruption to try to get better mods. So if you were playing Burning Arrow and you had the mod, you no longer deal fire damage, that's just gonna completely wreck everything you were doing. At least you can try to do something else and get the armor back with something that doesn't have, you cannot deal fire damage on it. Okay, that's cool. That let it up a little bit.
Equipment can be transformed up to 3 times, and each time it guarantees a minimum tier of beneficial and detrimental mods equal to the number of times it has been transformed. By the 3rd tier,
Hold on, say that again?
Rayclust, you can transform it a second time, potentially getting a better pair of mods that overwrite the first. Equipment can be transformed up to 3 times, and each
Okay, so equipment could be transformed up to 3 times. So you could corrupt one item 3 times.
time it guarantees a minimum tier of beneficial and detrimental mods equal.
So every time you corrupt it, it guarantees a minimum tier. So that means, okay, so you corrupt it once, you're guaranteed that these are the lowest rolls you're gonna get. You corrupt it a second time, it's like now these are the lowest rolls you can get. Alright, that makes sense.
Equal to the number of times it has been transformed.
But it's equal to the number of times it's been transformed. So is like one transformation tier 1s, the second transformation is tier 2s, and the third transformation is tier 3s? I don't know, maybe. That might be it. I might be wrong though. We'll see.
By the 3rd tier, you can start to get some very powerful effects.
Oh, they only get better with each one. 5% chance to deal triple damage, but you cannot leech energy shield. Luckily for this character, you're not energy shield based anyway. It's a level 65 item though. That physical damage is, I don't know, 107 to 196. That's decent for a one-handed axe. You got your attack speed. Actually, that's not a bad axe at all though. 70% increased. Yeah, that's actually, that axe is pretty good. Now it has a 5% chance to deal triple damage. Not by any means a mirror tier axe, but that's a good axe. That's a good axe. It's a one-handed axe at that. But they get better with each time you corrupt it. So the first corruption is like eh, second corruption is more meh, and third corruption is like mirror tier, I guess. I don't know, we'll see.
The Blood Crucible works on already corrupted items, so it's possible to add Scourge mods to items that you thought couldn't be improved any further. Talking about corrupted items, you're going to need a way to modify their sockets. While in the alternate Rayclust, you can find Tainted Chromatic Orbs, Tainted Jeweler's Orbs, and Tainted Orbs of Fusing, which work exactly the same as their regular counterparts but can only be used on corrupted items.
You're gonna let us modify corrupted items? Am I hearing this part properly? Do you know how much a tabula rasa is probably gonna go up now? You could start corrupting it and then adding different corruption. So what if I decided to just, corrupt it and then it's already a corrupted item, then I use this blood sacrifice corruption and corrupt it again for 2 more mods on it. Is that what we're doing? Is that a thing? Is that what we're doing now? Huh. And then you corrupt an item, you brick it, but you get some decent rolls. You can still get a 6th link corrupted fucking items. That's crazy. I like the idea though. I do. I would always be pissed off when I would corrupt something and it would brick. And I'd be like, damn, If only the socket, like, the mod that I got's cool, but it's not for this build, and if only I was able to change the socket colors. Can we change socket colors?
Tainted Orbs provide a significantly easier and cheaper way of modifying the sockets on your corrupted items than the crafting bench does.
Yes. I think that's a yes with the jeweler's
Be improved
orbs.
any further.
Until you get a 6 socket.
Talking about corrupted items, you're going to need a way to modify their sockets. While in the alternate ray class, you can find Tainted Chromatic Orbs, Tainted Jeweler's Orbs, and Tainted Orbs of Fusing, which work exactly the same as their regular counterparts but can only be used on corrupted items. Tainted Orbs provide a significantly easier and cheaper way of modifying the sockets on your corrupted items than the crafting bench does. While it's obvious that Scourged items can be among Path of Exile's most powerful endgame equipment, it's worth considering the huge impact that good Scourge modifiers can have on your run through the campaign. In our testing, we often manage to Scourge items that are far more powerful than leveling uniques. As you
I don't know, for some reason watching this my mind went to double corrupted implicit items with the I guess the other corruption mod that you're getting from this. Because you get that from the temples of Atsuoro, right? The double corruption chambers, which allows you to corrupt an item to potentially get 2 corruptions. And I think this is a separate corruption. So say you got a synthesis bow that comes with like one implicit at the top. Then you double corrupt it. That's another set of implicits. Then you do this little corruption, which would give you two more. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for free, and then you still get to add on all of your regular suffix and prefixes onto it. So you're gonna get 5 implicits plus your suffixes and prefixes, and you get to change the colors and the socket links. And fuck me, man, this is gonna be a lot. Anyway, let's continue.
you slay the Scourge and other monsters while shifted, the Blood Crucible gains experience and can level up. You can allocate its skill points in its own passive skill screen, which allows it to specialize in many aspects such as unlocking additional item slots, faster item transformation, better transformation outcomes, the ability to transform unique items, and so on. It's possible to eventually allocate every single one of the Blood Crucible skills, but it requires a lot of demon slaying. Scourge's endgame is one where you control the level of risk and reward, or as we like to say in the business, it has a lot of player agency. Once you're exploring the Atlas of Worlds, you may gain the ability to place maps in the Blood Crucible alongside your equipment. When a map absorbs enough corruption and transforms, it gains a beneficial and detrimental effect in the same way that a piece of equipment does, but can also gain a modifier that changes the behavior of Scourge League in that map entirely. After all, when you combine 2 types of alternate realities together, the results are bound to be unpredictable.
Shift into Nightmare for 15 seconds on slaying a rare or unique enemy. Cannot manually shift into Nightmare. Huh. So shift into Nightmare for 15 seconds on slaying a rare or unique enemies. Or unique enemy. And this is just a blue map. I wonder what this is going to do for mapping. It's probably going to be the same. None of this stuff is really going to affect me as a player very much, because I'm probably not going to get to stuff like this. Just because I'm really bad at PoE, and I still haven't killed the Shaper or Elder. So this probably, I won't be doing stuff like this until I could find a tanky enough character who could, you know, shift into Nightmare on killing rare enemies and just not instantly get one-shotted, but then also deal enough damage to clear it efficiently. I don't know. Rare Scourge monsters drop 1 additional basic currency item. That's a huge one. I might be doing this. Who knows? I mean, of course I'm going to try just to see what happens. That'll all be recorded to YouTube also. Alright, let's continue.
Maps can be transformed up to 10 times, increasing their risk and reward substantially each time. When a map is transformed a second or subsequent time, there's a chance that the new beneficial or detrimental modifiers stack alongside the existing ones, enhancing their power, or a chance that new modifiers are added. Be careful not to transform your maps too many.
Hold on, did you catch that? He said that you can transform it and stack the modifiers with each other. That is going to be a thing. Anyway, let's continue. You get to stack modifiers on top of each other. That's crazy. Let's continue.
Many times, of course, as they may become too dangerous to complete. Path of Exile Scourge introduces 6 new unique items, of which 3 have been added to the core drop pool and 3 can be found in specific aspirational content that we'll reveal later in the livestream. Ulnatol's Vow is an amulet that effectively enables you to turn any 6-linked body armor into a 7-link. Support gems you socket into this amulet apply to skills in your body armor. While specific mods on items have allowed players to create 7-link skills in the past, this amulet lets you choose whatever support gem you want, including corrupted or awakened ones. It's only possible to find this unique item in specific content that we'll reveal later in the livestream. The new Mageblood belt is one of the most powerful.
I don't know how I feel about that amulet. I mean, yeah, having a 7 link could be cool, I guess, but I mean, you could also craft onto things like helmets with a certain level of a gem. Like a bow can get the craft, you know, it has level 20 cast on critical strike with socketed gems. You could do that already. That's already a thing. And at the cost of your amulet socket that gives negative resistances, that's probably going to be like a 1C item. I don't know how I feel about that. Unless a 9-link? Because I know you can craft modifiers like gems, level 15s, level 12s onto an armor. Plus another one. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think that's going to be a very good amulet, though.
Powerful unique items to ever exist in Path of Exile. It permanently enables a number of your utility flasks, providing their benefits constantly with no work required on your part. This belt means that regardless of what your build is, you'll sustain your utility flasks during 100% of gameplay, even long boss fights.
Hold on. Say that one more time. I missed that. What does this belt do?
The belt is one of the most powerful unique items to ever exist in Path of Exile. It permanently enables a number of your utility flasks, providing their benefits constantly with no work required on your part.
100% uptime on flasks from a belt. Okay, so what does this belt give? No life. We could get... life is such a big one on the belt, though, but it does give strength. So what is it? It's... gives dex, fire res, cold res. Having the resistances on the belt is cool, because usually the belt is the spot where you get most of your life and resistances. But you can't use magic utility. The only type of flasks you can get are... oh, and the unique magic flasks. But magic utility flasks cannot be used. Leftmost 4 magic utility flasks constantly apply their flask effects to you. Alright, so starting from the left, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 4 are always applied to you, which means it leaves your 5th one open, and the 5th one is the one you could either manually click or you put a orb on it so it goes off by itself. But magic utility flask effects cannot be removed. I like this belt already. I could probably cap my resistances on my boots, get life on my boots, on my gloves, get life on my gloves, and maybe whatever else I'm gonna play, but this belt will help out new players tremendously. The only thing that I'm gonna have a problem with is probably either how hard it's going to be to find one, or how much they're gonna be worth. Because if you think Headhunter, a lot of people will say Headhunter's the best belt in the game because it gives you the mods of the rare units you've slain and blah blah blah. But I think this this belt is going to be awesome. This video is getting kind of long.
This belt means that regardless of what your build is, you'll sustain your utility flasks during 100% of gameplay, even long boss fights. Mage Blood is in the core drop pool and is exceptionally rare.
So it's in the core drop pool, but it's exceptionally rare, so that's gonna be easy, like 20-30 Exalt item right there, which is just money players like I are not gonna get. So as cool as that belt sounds, I'm just gonna put that right the fuck out of my head. Because I'd be lucky if I made 20-30 Exalts in the whole entire league. So that belt is not an option. But this video is getting long, so I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to make this part 1, and then I'll make another video directly after this being part 2. Alright, cool. I'm going to cut it here, and I will be right back.